CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
It is interesting to see how the glory of South Indian classical music has been spread by different people. We have musicians who sing the compositions and make them popular. We have Vagekaras who write compositions for us. We have musicologists who write about the theoretical aspects. But here we have another unique personality, Sri A.M.Chinnasami Mudaliar, who adopted a very unique way to reach out our South Indian classical music to a non-Indian community. He was the author of the book Oriental Music in European Notation, which was published in 1892. Now this work, beside containing classical compositions and folk melodies of South India in Western notation, the book has a valuable introduction in English explaining the theory of Carnatic music as well. It was the publication which later made many Westerners also aware and alive to our Indian classical music. This work was actually published in the form of a weekly in Madras, and the music sheets were then later on bound and issued in a volume. So this was actually not planned as a book. In fact, I happened to get the original one copy of this book. It was very interesting to go through the contents. I would say it is a sheer labor of love because so much material has been put into this book by Chinnasami Mudaliar. But the main important crux of the whole publication is that all the Carnatic music compositions that he has chosen of various composers have been presented in Western notation. Not only this, below this Western notation, we see that the Sahitya or the words are given in English, in Tamil, as well as in Telugu. Now, who was this Chinnasami Mudaliar? Some interesting details about him. He was a Roman Catholic and he did his Master of Arts from the University of Madras. He was superintendent in Madras Secretariat and he devoted his leisure time actually to the study of music. And in fact, he invested all his life savings in the publication of this book, Oriental Music in European Notation. For that, he almost spent his entire savings. That much of love he had for music and the kind of, desire to reach our South Indian classical music to the European community. He actually also happened to learn music directly from Umiyalpuram Krishna Bhagavatar, an accredited disciple of Sri Tyagaraja. And we also know that from historical records that he was instrumental in actually persuading Sri Subbrama Dikshidhar to publish the Sangeetha Sampradaya Pradarshini, which actually got published in Etayapuram Samasthanam in 1904. So he helped much towards the cause of the publication of this marathon work as well. I just would like to share what is there on the top cover of this book. It says Oriental Music in European Notation by A.M.Chinnasami Mudaliar, M.A. and bracket Master of Arts, University of Madras. Number 1 to 10, 8 pages number, and the price is mentioned as ₹5. And bracket 1 anna a page. The first issue actually came on December 18, 1903. And where was it printed? It was printed at the A. Maria Press, Pudupet, Madras by A. Ayyasami Mudaliar. As for the purpose of this book, that he himself, Chinnasami Mudaliar, makes a mention that there is a threefold objective of actually bringing out this particular work. One is, of course, familiarizing the European ear with the peculiarities of Oriental music. Second, he says of helping the people of the country to understand European notation and to appreciate beauty of harmony. The third point he gives is to perpetuate in monuments more durable than bronze. These are his own words. To perpetuate in monuments more durable than bronze the exceedingly artistic and scientific music of the land which is fast fading into decay. Arrangements have been made to issue a monthly periodical under the designation Oriental Music, which will contain a complete record in staff notation of the whole of the musical production of the East. These are the own words that he has written in his book, in the introduction part. And he also makes a mention that the sheets now issued should be regarded as a part of the thing, as installments and not as the full part. And this is something very interesting, where various sheets later on were compiled to make the whole book itself. In the next episode, I'll share some more interesting about material about this work, because I'm sure it will actually have a lot of interest to you also. So we will discuss more about this in the subsequent episode.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.